Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am having a fantastic day, and today I want to start with this right here. That is SAM. It is something alien matter. I forget exactly what it stands for. I'm going to grab this as well while I'm at it, because they're actually kind of tied together. Yes, I know. Okay, anyway, so this is used in the MAM and for other things, and it is pretty cool. So if I grab a MAM, let's just throw this down so you can see, under alien technology, you can make a SAM, you make reanimated SAM, and then you can use that to make SAM fluctuators, which can be used to make the Dimensional Depot. And the Dimensional Depot is pretty cool. This thing is incredible. So what it does is it basically gives you, like, the cloud as your inventory. So you can upload stuff into the Dimensional Depot. You can, dump resources and building materials and things like that into it. And then you just always have access to it forever. Like anywhere in the world. So yeah, this thing is awesome. What I want to do is, let's go default. Here we go. We're just gonna belt this up that way. We will hook this up. This is a tier 2 miner. So this is a pure node. So this is going to do 240 SAM per minute. And then we're just going to bring you all the way up here. And I think we'll actually process it up here because processing it really not complicated. Let's see. Constructor, we go a 1, a 2, and then I'm just gonna put a splitter down right there. Grab our tier 3 belt, and then we go a tier 4 belt in. A tier 4 belt into each, and we just go like that. Reanimated SAM. Reanimated SAM. You can see these require 120 SAM per minute. That's making 240, so we have just enough to power 2 constructors. And yeah, there we go. So now I'll throw down an industrial storage. And we'll go... You know what we could... I wonder how much SAM is actually worth. Reanimated SAM is worth, like, in the awesome. I bet it's like at least a decent amount. So I think what we'll also do is throw down an awesome sink here. Oh, I don't think I have enough to make a smart splitter though. Yeah, I need an AI limiter, and I do. Do I have the stuff to make that? In my inventory right now? I do. I can make 1. Well, I can make 5, but I only need 1. Okay, cool. And then we'll go awesome sink. Throw that right here. We'll go logistics. Smart splitter. And actually what I need is a merger and then a splitter. So new plan. We're just going to scoot this over just a little bit. And we'll move you back just a little bit as well. So we'll go merger here. Like so. These are producing 30 reanimated SAM per minute, so we only need tier 1 belts. And then we'll do a smart splitter here. And we'll say center output any, overflow to the left. And we'll go industrial storage, toss you down, and awesome sink right there. And then we can just do tier 1 belts. So that should work. Now any reanimated Sam will first go into this double giant industrial storage container here. And once this thing completely fills up with reanimated Sam, any extra will go into this awesome sink. Although I do need to power the awesome sink. There we go. So yeah, there we go. We're now making reanimated Sam, and we can use this along with other resources to unlock upgrades in our MAM. So yeah, that's exciting. All right, the Dimensional Depot is researched.
Dimensional Depot unlocked. Sam can be utilized to deconstruct matter down to its sphere.
And this is what I was talking about. Now the thing is, there are a bunch of upgrades for this. So by default, the initial Dimensional Depot, I imagine it's under Organization. Yeah, here we go. The initial Dimensional Depot is like, it's okay. Let's make some more reanimated Sam real quick so I can throw one down. I think we need 10 to make one. And these Sam fluctuators, you can see 6 reanimated Sam, 5 copper wire, 3 steel pipe. So not too bad. But if I throw down a Dimensional Depot here, this thing, as far as I know, does not require power. Looks a lot like a normal, storage crate. But if you dump, say, concrete in, it will upload it. And it has an upload rate right now of 15 per minute, which is really slow. And I think you can only have... Yeah, and it can only contain 1 stack of any given item, I believe, at the moment. But there are technologies to work with that. So enables uploading from the inventory directly. That's going to be amazing. We need computers for that. Thankfully, our world exploration has given us a bunch of computers, so we can unlock that. And then there is stack increase. So looks like you'll be able to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of items altogether. And then speed increase, 50%, 25%, 12.5%, 6.25%. So I don't know how much faster that is. I thought it would be easier to get. Maybe if you belt, like if I take this out, I don't know. What's the base upload rate here? If I look at alien technology, or actually, here we go. Dimensional Depot. It doesn't specify. Okay, well, either way, we'll sort it out. If I do 2 dimensional depots, like if I build another one, I would need more SAM fluctuator. I don't know. I'm going to play around with this, though, and I'm going to upload a bunch, or I'm going to upgrade a bunch of this stuff so that we can do things faster. Yeah, this will be very useful for us. Oh, here we go. I'm just blind. It says at the top how much it can do. So 30 per minute with the first upgrade, 60 per minute after that, 120, and then 240 items per minute. So, okay, gotcha. And then this is our dimensional expansion. As you can see, I'm already out of this SAM fluctuator stuff for the most part. It is kind of expensive and a pain to make, but that's fine. So I'm going to keep working on these. I also did unlock the one that lets me do it straight from my inventory. So I can just start uploading that way. Oh, I can put things into the queue. So I can say like, hey, I want a stack of concrete, a stack of cable, a stack of that, and a stack of that. and then it will very, very slowly upload all those into the cloud. But the nice thing is, once you have the stuff in the cloud, if you go to build with it, it will just be able to pull it there, whether it's actually in your physical inventory or not. And you can take stuff here and drag it into your inventory as well. So super, super useful for inventory management. Okay, I went ahead and I unlocked a few things. Obviously, oil processing, as I mentioned earlier, that's super important because you kind of need this to unlock everything else. And then I did have a little bit of rubber and plastic lying around from just exploring and finding crash sites. So I also went ahead and I unlocked Conveyor Belt Mark IV, which... These things, 480 resources per minute, they take encased industrial beams. And maybe I'm just misremembering, but I think that was different in early access. I thought these used to take aluminum, but maybe it's the Mark V belts that do, and I'm just losing my mind. Maybe these always did require encased industrial beams. Either way, that is a resource that we are not currently automating, so we're going to have to do that for sure, because that's going to be super important. Probably going to go ahead and unlock fluid packaging as well, just because, again, I've got the plastic lying around from exploring. And petroleum power, actually, we can do too. Although I can already scan for deuterium, but either way, fuel generators will be wonderful for us. We officially have a factory for encased industrial beams. This is producing 40 encased industrial beams per minute. And it's pretty straightforward. So there is a pure limestone node over in this direction. We are taking that and making use of one of the new recipes that we've unlocked now that we're into phase 3, which is wet concrete. It's a recipe you have to unlock by finding a hard drive, but it makes use of a new machine, and that machine is this guy right here, the refinery. So basically you put in a fluid and a solid and it makes a thing. In this case, it makes concrete. So the recipe for wet concrete is 125 cubic meters of water per minute and I do have this overclocked. I think it's normally 120 limestone per minute. You know what? Let's just look. Here we go. Wet concrete. 120 limestone, 100 water makes 80 concrete per minute. So compare that to the regular concrete recipe, which is 3 limestone or 45 limestone per minute and then only producing 15. Like, this is way better. The only downside is you need a refinery and water. So we grabbed water from this lake down like right here. And this is producing lots of concrete for us. It's overclocked a bit so that I have exactly enough to have everything all balanced. Then we're pulling our coal from over here. There are 3 normal coal nodes. These are all tier 2 miners on them. And that is heading all the way over here to the factory. The coal is then being combined with iron from this pure iron node right here, and being turned into steel ingots in, what do we have here, 8 foundries, I believe. And then finally, the steel ingots are being transported up here, where they are being turned into steel pipes, and the steel pipes are being combined with the concrete to make the encased industrial beams. Where did I put that ladder? Oh, here it is. I'm losing my mind. This is, I believe, 12 constructors and then 10 assemblers up here. So this is where we're getting our encased industrial beams. And then finally, they're all being taken to a big double storage unit right here. So this will make sure that we have lots and lots of these things for all of our tier 4 belt needs. Time for a bit of a progress update, I think. I have been playing around a little bit with blueprints, and you can see it a bit off in the distance there. I have made a road. This will eventually kind of go around the entire world and lead to all of our various major factories and all that kind of stuff. But for now, it's basically just a straight line that goes from here to roughly here-ish, up in the sky. You can see it kind of goes up and over. But this is all blueprints, essentially. You make a blueprint, and then you can just paste it, and it makes building stuff like this much easier and less time-consuming than it would be to place all of this stuff by hand. But I have been mulling over what our next big thing to do is progression-wise. I think it's gotta be a motor factory. If we look in... Where's the hub? Here it is. I'm getting lost in my own stuff. If we look in here, for pretty much all the other technology stuff, we need rubber or plastic, or motors. Well, rubber and plastic are made in a refinery. You'll notice a refinery needs motors to be made. If we want to get into oil power, fuel generators, you need motors. If you want to extract oil from the ground, you need motors. Literally everything that we want to do requires motors for the most part. So I think we need to build ourselves a motor factory. We're not also, or at the moment, we're also not currently automating the production of stators. And if we look at the recipe for motors, which is right here, 2 rotors, 2 stators. So since we need to produce stators to make motors, we might as well siphon off some of those stators, produce some extra ones so that we have that automated too. Luckily, I think we have everything we need to make a motor/stator factory right here in the desert, thanks to some alternate recipes. What I don't know is if we're going to have enough power. We are starting to kind of run up into power problems here. You can see our max consumption, which thankfully we're not at right now, but our max consumption is here, and even with the geothermal generators, our power production is getting dangerously close to that line. So, I started working on a coal power plant over here. The problem is, for the way that I set up the pipes, I was kind of dumb. And in order for it to work, I need Mark II pipes. In order to get Mark II pipes, I need to unlock pipeline engineering, which requires plastic, which requires rubber, which requires motors. So I kind of did this in a roundabout, stupid way. Hopefully we'll be able to get the motor factory up and running and everything will be fine. I hope. Well, I have the motor factory up and running, or the motor and stator factory, I suppose, since it is producing both of them. It is fully functional, and actually, I finished it right before... Well, maybe I should back up a little bit. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm actually a pretty large American football fan. And I finished getting this factory functional about 5 minutes before a game was starting. So I basically finished building this and then just AFK'd for like 3.5 hours while the game was played. So because this thing has been running for quite some time, we actually have a ton of motors and stators. So, this is essentially the whole setup here. It consists of sort of like the 3.5 floors. There is one floor down here that is, that is essentially just bringing in some belts with resources. That's all that's happening down here. But on the other floors... Here we have all of the copper and iron being smelted into ingots. Then on this floor, those ingots are being turned into steel pipes for the iron. That's actually a recipe. It is one of the alternate recipes. You need to find a hard drive to unlock it. But you can turn 100 iron ingots per minute into 25 steel pipes. So essentially you can make steel pipes without the coal, which is why I'm using that recipe, because there's not really any coal that's super close to this location, but there were a ton of pure iron nodes. But yeah, so on this floor we're making the steel pipes and we're making copper wire, and then on this floor it's all being combined. So the steel pipes and the copper wire are being combined to make stators and rotors, and then those rotors are being combined with stators to make motors. Those two words sound a little too similar. But anyway, so we now have an entire large storage container, an entire industrial storage container. I'm probably just going to call these double chests. It's the Minecraft player in me. But we essentially have a double storage container here filled with motors, and we are building up a ton of stators as well. This is set up so that everything, it works. It's good. However, one thing I will say about this particular factory is that it does not look very beautiful at the moment, but we'll do something about that soon. I think very, very soon we're going to do maybe just an entire episode devoted to overhauling the aesthetics of a lot of our factories, and maybe even just tearing down and rebuilding a lot of these sort of early factories to take care of that. Now, another thing I want to mention, when it comes to the Awesome Shop, and this is part of the reason that we haven't done a ton of very beautiful aesthetic factories so far, there is an option when you start up a new world to have all the Awesome Shop stuff unlocked automatically, which in retrospect I probably should have done, but I just kind of forgot until it was too late. But you unlock tons of aesthetic stuff via the Awesome Shop. At this point, I actually have pretty much everything. Finally. It took, I don't know how many hours, but we finally have almost everything unlocked. But that means that I can spend my tickets on other stuff. And this is where it gets interesting. If we go into our technology tree, in order to get my coal power plant up and running, as I mentioned earlier, I need Mark II pipes. Mark II pipes require 1,000 plastic and 1,000 rubber, which would require me to set up factories to make plastic and rubber with oil processing. The problem is that's going to require power to run those, and I'm right on the border of running out of power, so I'm kind of in this conundrum where I need power to unlock the Mark II pipes, but I need the Mark II pipes to get more power. We can circumvent that using the Awesome Shop. So I've got these tickets. We can go into the Awesome Shop, we can go to parts, and I can find plastic and rubber, and suddenly we can get a good amount of both. Maybe not 1,000. Do I have any alien bits? I do. I'm one ticket short of what I need. I need 11 DNA. Let's just craft this up real quick. This is another pro tip if you didn't already know. If you put these alien DNA capsules into the Awesome Shop, or the Awesome Sink, they will generate tons of tickets for you. So let's just throw these into here, and this should get us the last ticket we need. You can see, look how quickly that fills up. Pretty quick. You get 1,000 DNA points per thing. So now that we've got those 10 tickets, we can just buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can get 1,000 of each, because this is a stack. Each stack is 200. And we can just take those.
Purchase confirmed. Promotion to...
Yes, I know, Ada. I purchased the things. And now I can use those resources to get this. And we now have Mark II pipes. So, pretty useful,
read.
honestly. I don't remember what actually goes into making Mark II pipes, though. Let's see. You do need plastic to make them. That's a little unfortunate, but we can make it work. I can always get more with the awesome sink if I need at least enough to get the coal power plant up and running, I think. Thanks to the addition of Mark II pipes, the coal factory is officially up and running. This is 48 coal-powered generators, and they're all working. So, yeah, basically we have 3 pure coal nodes over here. That's a total of 720 coal using Mark II miners that are not overclocked. I could technically get even more coal generators if I wanted to by overclocking these, but I don't think it's needed because, frankly, this will be more than enough power to get us into, well, frankly, better types of power generation. This will be enough to power all of our stuff until we're able to do fuel power generators, which are vastly superior. So, as far as the belting and all that kind of stuff goes, the coal itself, super easy. I just take it here. It's 3 lines that I use some mergers and splitters to combine into 2 equal lines. Each of these lines is 360 coal. And then I'm just belting it up to essentially a little logistics floor here to keep it all nice and orderly and feeding them into the coal generators from below. The pipes, on the other hand, are a little bit different. Pipes in this game are very wonky. They use very different mechanics to belts, and they can be very finicky and annoying to deal with. And I have found that often you are better off sort of dropping your fluids into machines from above rather than trying to bring the fluids up through the floor into the machines. So what I've done is I have 3 arrays of 8 water extractors each. Each of those 8 with the 8 water extractors, 4 of them are merged into 1 pipe, and those 4 water extractors are all underclocked to 75%, so it's exactly the amount of water we need. That leaves us with a total of 6 pipes. Each pipe can power 8 coal generators. So we brought all of the pipes to the center here, and then we are pumping them up to a floor. You know, one thing I did not include in this is an easy way to get up and down. That's for the future. But yeah, basically we're pumping those 6 pipes up to a little floor up here above the generators and running them all the way down. You can see how we kind of split off 1 pipe at a time and it powers 8 generators, or it provides fluid to 8 generators, and then we do the next one and the next one until all of them have their water. Down here, where the generators actually are, this looks pretty good, I think. We've got a glass floor here. I do intend to really kind of do some aesthetic stuff on this factory and make it look really good. But for now, this is what we have. We've got our generators. We've got a nice sort of walkway down the middle here with the glass floor so you can see the coal going in. And then we've got the pipes coming down from the ceiling. All in all, this generates a lot of power. We have effectively doubled our power grid. We are now generating anywhere from roughly 6,500 to 7,200 megawatts. Which is, give or take, double what we were making before. So, yeah, this will be enough power to get us all the way into plastic, rubber, and fuel generators. Quite a relief to have this thing up and running. But I do think that is about all the time we have for today, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode there. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.